Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to make a floral wall pocket. We're going to use an aluminum can for this. This is a large aluminum can. I think it's a 1.5 pound can. It's pretty big. A napkin of your choice with florals on it, or maybe some tissue paper with florals would be fine. Florals of your choice. I grabbed mine to match my napkin. You'll need some twine, some white chalk paint, and Mod Podge. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you can find out about a giveaway that I'm having for a napkin pack, so you could actually win the napkins that are used in this project. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that our can is clean and the paper's off. And then we're going to use a can opener and we're going to cut the bottom of the can off so it makes a cylinder so that there's nothing blocking the inside. Once you have the bottom out, you're going to take your white chalk paint, and I did 2 coats of white chalk paint on the can. If you don't have chalk paint, you could use acrylic paint. You just may need more than 2 coats. Once I had the can all painted and it was dry, I did also paint about 1 inch into the inside of the top of the can. Next, you're going to take both hands and you're going to squish the can down. Now, this isn't hard to do. This is just aluminum, so it doesn't take much strength. You're going to push as hard as you can and press the can flat. You're going to want to push the bottom as tight as possible, and the top you're going to want to leave open. So I pushed extra hard on the bottom area and I kind of left the top open. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to take a pair of pliers and just sort of go along the bottom, just pushing it tighter together. And as you can see, I dinged up the paint a little with the pliers, but that's okay. So I just added a little bit more chalk paint to touch up the spots that I dinged with the pliers. Next, I'm going to take some water on a paintbrush and I'm going to use it on the napkin to cut out my design. Now this was 2-ply, I pulled the 2nd ply off. So I'm just going to go around the design that I want. This just makes it easier to remove it from the other parts of the napkin without tearing or ripping it. Next I'm going to take the Mod Podge and I'm going to run that along the whole front of my pocket. I want to make sure that I get a good coat on there, especially in the creases of the can. Then I'm going to gently lay my napkin down. And I'm going to gently pat it with my hand down onto the can, making sure that there's no bubbles. And it's a pretty small work area, so it's pretty easy to lay the napkin down. Once I had it all laid out and pressed down, I just let it dry. After it was dry, I had a lot of excess, so I just took my sanding sponge and went over it real quickly, and all of it came off very easily, and it did not damage the paint. So once I had all the excess off, I just took my Mod Podge and did a coat over the whole napkin design. Now once that dried, I'm going to take some hot glue and run it in the inside edge of the pocket. And I'm going to put a piece of twine in there on one side. I'm going to use my little rubber spatula so I don't burn my fingers. Then I'm going to cut it to the length that I want for the hanger. And I'm going to run some glue on the other side and stick that in. And again, use my little spatula to hold it in. Then I'm going to run a little bit of glue over the top of the glue that I just did, just to make sure that it holds really, really well. Next, I'm going to add my florals, and that is it. Look how stinking adorable this is out of a can, and some Dollar Tree flowers and a napkin that I got at the Christmas tree shop. I absolutely adore this. I love the way it came out. I hope it inspires you to make one, and it is a great way to recycle. And please don't forget to sprinkle. I am going to give away napkin packs to 5 people who sprinkle this video. The pictures of the napkins are at the very end of the video, and those would be the napkins that you'll get if you sprinkle this video. So I'm going to pick 5 people who sprinkle this video to get all of these napkins. Thank you for watching.